Good evening, people. Welcome to my channel, which is called The Outswinger. My name is Mahesh. Welcome to my channel. Wherever you are, I wish you well, and I hope you're all well. I trust you're well. I'm calling this channel Outswinger because I've been writing about the game for the last couple of years. I love my cricket. I'm very passionate about the game, and I've been writing. Then I decided I'll do the Outswinger. So I want to talk about it. I want to express myself to a larger audience. This is the way, is it? These days, it's all on YouTube, and this is the way to reach out to a bigger community and to discuss the game, to involve you, to engage you, and to learn with you, and to educate myself as well. Because it's a process, isn't it? Nobody is perfect. Even though I have played the game, even though I know so much about the game, there's something to learn. There's something to learn every day. Where am I? Gate 6, Melbourne Cricket Ground. So I've been living here for 15 years. So when I came here in 2009, the first thing I did is I think it was 40 degrees or something. Took the train, came here, went to the Flinders Street station, and I asked one of the guys there, show me the way to Melbourne Cricket Ground. And I just walked all the way. And I've been visiting this place since then. I think I'm here pretty much every summer. Maybe missed out on an occasion, but always here for the Boxing Day Test matches, all other games. Talking about MCG, it is very calm here. There's not many people. There is a local BBL match going on at the moment, but this place is not going to be so quiet and calm next week because India is going to play Australia in their 4th Test match, Gavaskar Trophy. They're coming here 1-1 because the game in Brisbane ended in a draw. How fascinating is that? And you know what? On first day, it's a sold out. I was here in 2013 watching the Ashes cricket match in between England and Australia, and the attendance was 93,000 approx. Here you will have, I think, close to that, or I think we are heading for a record crowd. I don't know what the number could be. It could be beyond 95k. I'm not really sure for the first day, but it is going to be a blockbuster day. This Boxing Day, it's going to be a blockbuster day. You will have the drums of the Bharat Army. Deva is going to beat his drums all day along and will engage you, all the fans. When the wickets are not falling for India, he will lift you up. The Bharat Army will lift you up. Ajay and gang, they'll be here. So don't miss out. If you can still purchase tickets, go for it. Even if you don't follow cricket, you can still go for it. It is a fantastic atmosphere here always at MCG. Anyways, coming back to the point. I want to talk about the series a little bit. We will come to Melbourne Test later, but let's check how it all transpired. Just let's do a little bit of a recap. So India has lost the series to New Zealand 3-0 whitewash. And our batting has not been that great. Let's accept the fact that there is a huge decline in our batting. The way we are not able to get the big scores like we did previously. So we have always been bailed out by our all-rounders or lower order contributions. But it's been really bad for the last couple of years. And that's exactly why we lost the series. We all know that. Coming to Australia, I have never thought that India will win a test match, but never thought in the sense I did not have the confidence that India would win. Come on, most of us didn't because of the recent performance, the way they were going about the things. I think we didn't have that tenacity or the confidence to say that India will win a test match in Perth, or probably some would have, but I never felt it. Anyway, once the first session was completed in Perth, we were 150 all out by the middle of the day. And there we saw the same story. I think it was watching the same movie again and again with a different subtitles or different language, but the story and script remains the same. But then you know what happened. There is this guy called Bumrah. He's a beast. Imagine dealing with one Bumrah. I think on that day there was B to the power of square, Bumrah to the power of square. Bumrah the captain, Bumrah the bowler. What a spell it was, man. What a spell. What a fantastic performance of bowling to lift your team individually just by his full force, his skill sets. He brought us back into the game with the support of the other bowlers, but I think predominantly it was Bumrah, the captain, his attacking mindset, his lines, his lens, and he just pulled brilliantly. That is a spell. I think the spell on that first day evening, it will be watched repeatedly by all the cricket lovers, because I think even after 5 or 6 years down the line, you would want to go back on YouTube and watch that spell, like I do. I go back on YouTube and watch Wasim Akram's vocab uses, spells, Glenn McGrath with fast bowlers. You know I'm a bowler, right? Talking too much about bowling. So I started my career as a bowler. So yeah, I love my bowlers, I love my all-rounders. I like batsmen too, of course. Yeah, so that was Bumrah who won the test match for us. His captaincy, his bowling, that was absolutely fantastic to watch. Now there was a little spark on that very day. I noticed a little spark for the future came in the form of Nitish Kumar Reddy. This guy, and I have not watched him before. So he comes, this is his first test match ever. He's playing it overseas in front of a huge crowd in Australia, and he's totally unfazed. I look at the guy and I'm thinking, is he playing his first test match? Then no nose at all. He's attacking Nathan Lyon, for God's sake. With so much flamboyance, with so much audacity, he's took on Nathan Lyon, and he's continued to do that. And I'll come back to that. He's continued to do that. So I really like the spark in Nitish. I loved Rana as well, the spell and the ball he bowled to Travis Head to get him both. I understand that he didn't have a good match in Adelaide, but it's definitely a good prospect. So we won the first test, courtesy Bumrah and his captaincy, and then we go to Adelaide. Adelaide, pink ball. Pink ball test, and Australia has never lost it. They've just dominated all the test matches here with pink ball. And I'll tell you something, Mitchell Starc and pink ball is a love affair. It's a total love affair. It's a blockbuster love affair. He can swing the ball with the red ball, and imagine with the extra lather or whatever you call it, and he can do that with the pink ball. And if you go and look back at how he got Shubman Gill, you would know the guile of Mitchell Starc. Left-hand bowlers who can swing back are a dream to watch, and they're great for Test cricket. They're great for cricket. And coming back to Starc, I want to add a little bit about Mitchell Starc here. I think he's one of those guys who is full-on commitment for his country. He was the catalyst on how the Australia won the World Cup in 2015, if you remember the wicket of Brendan McCullum. Great commitment with Mitchell Starc, great bowler. He's often criticized for leaking runs, but I think he's the one who picks wickets. In his first 5 balls, in 6 balls, and 10 balls, he wins you the match. He's a match winner. He just gets the big wickets all the time. If you observe in this particular series, he's also developed that bobble seam ball, which is slanting it across the right-hand batsman, and he's not leaking much runs. He's accurate enough in the series, and he's been the best bowler for Australia, no doubt about it. Love Mitchell Starc. So he started off things, and then came Travis Head. Everyone bats their way. Travis bats on his own way. It's different that time. It's absolutely different. Travis Head is absolutely amazing for Test cricket. The thing with Travis is he's a cult hero now. And a great thing happened to Australia in the form of Travis, and I'll tell you why. Even though Australia was winning competitions, Australia was dominating, Australia was doing well, they didn't have a cult hero. I think Travis, now I can see, I went to Brisbane recently, and I can see people coming in for Travis. There could be a possibility tomorrow, later, or probably in the next few years, that it will take us back to the time when I was very young, when Tendulkar was out, it was game over for India. And that could be a possibility like Travis Head. With due respect to the other batsmen, I think Travis is gaining that kind of leverage and attention and deserves it. He has a clear head. He's an absolutely clear head. There is full of intent when he goes for the shots. And there is no doubts. There is no ifs and buts with Travis Head. There's only cuts and pulls. There's no ifs and buts. Amazing player. Now, since Rohit Sharma has taken over captaincy again, I'm sorry to say it is kind of running on an autopilot mode. I don't know how, with all the physics and chemistry that Rohit had studied, I think there was no formula that he could provide to curtail Travis. I think he couldn't control the flow of runs. So I hope he does something. I hope he has some tricks in his bag. I think he just needs to be active. I think he needs to be proactive and take decisions and make changes. You just can't stand in the slips all the time. It's a test match. You can't. Things happen. We'll come back to that. But we were talking about Travis Head. And Adelaide was all about Mitchell Starc and Travis Head. And Australia crushed India. And then we head to Brisbane. Now I was there in Brisbane for the first 2 days. I was there for the first day when it got rained out. We didn't bowl that well. India didn't bowl that well to start with, but after the rain break, I think bowled a little bit better. However, first day was gone anyway. So, and there was rain predicted for the whole 5 days. Now the match has ended in a draw. We all know. So, Australia had the advantage, to be really honest. When they had India, when they scored. And when they amassed so many runs, 450, Travis getting that wonderful 100 again. Steven Smith, how time is the key thing, isn't it? He practiced, and credit to him. The class is permanent. You can't leave a player of that level for too long. And that 100 was coming, it came. And I agree, initially it was tough, it was difficult for him. But typical Steven Smith, he will find his own way. He will find his own path. He will stay there at the crease and he will fight it. And that's exactly what it did. Obviously, there was a lot of luck involved. A couple of decisions here were close ones. But he got to his 100. And he got some confidence back. Now, what happens next? Obviously, there is a rain threat. Now I see this Indian batsman getting out. Obviously, Jaiswal is a huge potential, amazing talent, but I think he's not giving time. Jaiswal needs to give some time to himself, play those 30-40 balls initially. Don't be ultra aggressive. Don't have that T20 momentum shift initially. I think you can bring your T20 and your white ball game later. I think Jaiswal will be an amazing player if he can just control himself and have the patience for the first 10 overs or 30-40 balls to build up his innings, then he can dominate. So I hope he learns quickly, and I feel he learns quickly. I think he does that. So let's hope for the best for Jaiswal and let them move ahead. Shubman Gill should stop poking. Great talent again, but then again, Shubman Gill also need to be patient. The beauty is we all talk about these days in general, we all talk about the art of living. Living. I think the Indian batsmen need to learn the art of leaving. Leave the ball. Just leave the ball. Well, you don't have to do much homework. Your previous coach Rahul Dravid, if you observe the way he left the ball, he posed class just the way Rahul Dravid used to leave the ball alone. Go back on YouTube, just the videos, just watch it. Just watch it before you sleep, and I think you should be fine. What a fantastic player Rahul was. That Virat Kohli dismissal. Man. This is coming out of anguish. Now this is not criticism. We all are, most of us are. We love Virat Kohli. He's a champion player. He's a legend. But you can't just see Virat Kohli getting dismissed like that. Chasing 4th stump, 5th stump. Now he's chasing 6 stump. The pattern of dismissals all over the years, when you think about it, you feel like, okay, he should improve and he should not go for it and he should not chase the ball. I think he is chasing further. Now this scenario reminds me of a movie called Taken, where Liam Neeson said, I think he said something in the lines of, wherever you are, I'll come and get you and I will dash you or something like that. I don't want to use that word. And Kohli is saying, wherever you ball, 5th stump, 6th stump, 9th stump, 10th stump, I'll go get it. I'll go edge it. Now it's just, it is, that's a ridiculous dismissal. Let's put it that way. Let's be honest about it. I think the way, there's so much talk about the technique. There's millions and millions of videos about what Kohli should do this, Kohli should do that. You know what I feel? He should stand in front of the mirror and let Virat talk to Kohli. Now Virat should say to Kohli, how did you become Virat Kohli? The answer lies there. Because you could be a king, you could be an emperor, but you got to self-reflect. I think rather than attesting the facts that you are great, acknowledging your faults will improve your game. And he can come back. He can definitely come back. He can surprise us in Melbourne. He has done some special things in Melbourne. He's capable of doing that. We all know it. But he deserves the criticism that Virat Kohli is getting. Yes, of course he deserves it. Because he hasn't done much for the last 5 years. He scored just that 100 in Perth, coming after 300 for 2. But for me, I'll say Virat Kohli is back when he scores 100 for India, when India is 23 for 3 or 42 for 2. That's the Virat Kohli I want. We'll see what happens. Now, I know in the second innings here in Brisbane that we got a few 6 or 7 wickets, or probably 8 wickets in Australia declared. But the way India took those wickets, again, they bowled well, but I think they came because Australia were scoring and going for quick runs for a quick declaration, and probably to put India and ask them to bat as quick as possible, which never happened because you can't fight against the weather. You can't do it. You can never fight against the weather at all. So what happens? The match is drawn. So now we head to Melbourne, people. 1 each. The biggest worry for India, for me, yes, of course the batting is a worry, but how are you going to pick your 20 wickets? You can't expect Bumrah to take 15 or 16 out of those. So, who is going to support Bumrah? Where is the fuel? Where is the support that Bumrah is going to get from? So, I think that is important. The other bowlers, if Siraj is playing the next game, Akashdeep is looking good, I think they have to chip in. Let at least get a couple of wickets each, 60% of the wickets, and Bumrah will do the rest. So that is very important. It's going to be crucial that Bumrah gets support so that India gets 20 wickets to win the next 2 matches. You need 20 wickets to win a test match, and of course India has to bat well. I think India has to bat as a unit. India has to, I think, play around someone like KL Rahul, who's batting brilliantly in this series. Just play around him and get your 30s and 40s and 50s. You don't have to get big daddies. As a team, get to a 400. Give your bowlers 400. That's exactly what India has to do, man. Australia, I'm not really sure what Mitch Marsh is doing there. I've seen yesterday, and I'm a bowler myself, it is really hard to bowl. In that humidity, Pat Cummins is giving it all, Mitchell Starc is giving it all. What are you doing in the team? You can't bowl 10 overs, so he's not bowling 7 or 8 overs. He's not been doing great with the bat. I understand and acknowledge the catches that he have taken were brilliant. But if you're not supporting Cummins and Starc, if you're not giving us 7 or 10 overs, I'm not really understanding the purpose of Mitch Marsh in the team, to be honest. And from Australia's perspective, going to Melbourne, I think they always thought that they should have been in a better situation going to Melbourne. But it's 1-1. I think again the problem is what if Travis Head fails in Melbourne? Where are the runs going to come from? Understand Steven Smith got 100, but he's not really, according to me, he's not really back to his best. So I think there is a batting problem here. But saying that, I can see the traditional method of Australian batting because they are leaving the good balls and making India bowl more overs. They're showing the patience, whereas India is going the ultra aggressive approach and giving their wickets away, and that could be a telling point. But that could be the difference. How are the good balls going to be turned into wicket taking balls if you get if a batsman makes error? So who is going to make more errors? That'll be crucial in the next test match. We'll come to that. We'll talk about it close and when the match starts, or probably next week when there's a week's time. So let's switch off for now. But I'm just going to tell you that it is going to be crazy here in MCG. It is going to be a magnificent test match, an amazing test series, and I wish for us fans, for you all test cricket fans, we want the game to go to the 5th day. All these 3 test matches, they have been wrapped. Brisbane was rain truncated, but the Perth, Adelaide were wrapped up in 3 days. Come on, the batters, score some runs. Let's have some good spells. Let's go back to a 5th day test match, or 4 days at least. We want runs, we want wickets, we want spells, we want drama. And I hope it will all unfold in Melbourne next week. It was a pleasure talking to you. Please keep supporting. Please subscribe. Please like. Please spread your love. And I'll come back and I'll talk to you more about cricket, and I'll keep coming back. I need all your love. Thank you.